As someone who's been playing the first Descendant since launch, I don't really relate with certain mentalities of certain players. Maybe it's because I wasn't playing these types of games previously. I briefly dipped into Warframe. I briefly dipped into the original Destiny, but I've never played Destiny 2. I've never played Warframe that hardcore, and I'm sure there's a bunch of other similar format of online shooter games or multiplayer games, or even MMOs could be used in this case. But I guess there's just certain things that maybe I'm not accustomed to. When I approach the first Descendant, I play it like a looter shooter. Obviously, that's what it is. It's an online co-op looter shooter. But there are certain things people do, certain habits, certain mentalities that I just cannot relate to. One of them is when you make the grind more difficult for yourself than it needs to be. For instance, Void Abyss battles. I will never understand why. You will pair up with somebody, whether it's a friend or a random or somebody new you've encountered, and they're like, hey, can I get some help doing the Void Abyss battles? And you're like, yeah, cool. I'm a first Descendant creator. I want to help people out. Let's go have some fun, whatever. And they will go do a private match. And I'm like, why are we doing this? There's only two of us. Void Abyss is already obnoxious as it is. Why are we doing two players? Even if it says it lowers the difficulty, I'm sorry, having 4 people means more people to revive. You know, if somebody is over here and they can't get to you, there's someone else, right? It's just an overall better collaborative effort to defeat a boss that is already obnoxious and annoying. And the only reason I do Void Abyss battles is for those tickets that you use to buy the outfits or the back attachment character, right? And even right now, this current season, the outfit is like, what? I'm not interested in that at all. Either way, if I'm gonna do this, right, it's one of the few things that you grind post battle pass and post seasonal content that makes sense to me. So I will do it. You know, I'll try to help people out, or whatever. I get benefit from it as well. But I don't understand why we go do that private. Like, no. Please make this less annoying. And it's kind of the same thing when we're talking about like battle pass content and seasonal content. When that stuff comes out, I go really hardcore for weeks. Probably about the first month of a season, I play a lot and I really get into it. But once I've completed the battle pass, once I have the newest character and weapon or whatever, and I've leveled those out, I've maxed them up and stuff, then it's like, what is there left to grind? And people will go on there, oh, they're going to do dailies or whatever, and it's like, okay, but why? If you've completed the battle pass, that's what the dailies are for. I understand it gives you those little points that you use towards stuff in the bonus shop to buy these little resources. That's nice if I happen to get them, but I'm not logging in to do dailies to accomplish that. If I'm going to get in the game to do anything, I'm going to do something that's like a fun activity in some kind of way. Or that's a longer term grind, like a weekly or a seasonal. And even those, there's ways to do those without it being annoying. I'm not going to go to Axian Plains or something like that to try and like log certain types of skill kills. Like, oh, I need toxic skill kills. Well, I'm not going to go somewhere difficult to do that. I'm going to go to Sigma Sector, turn it on normal, and do a private session. Because I can go in there and easily kill hundreds upon hundreds upon hundreds of enemies with those skills or with that certain weapon or whatever. And get that done and get what I need out of it and move on. Right? So like I said, maybe I'm just like less experienced with the genre of games, this format of games. I love First Descendant. It is my favorite game, still the game I play the most. But I'm also not going to go do things more difficult for the sake of doing them more difficult. Especially because when you are forced into doing things that are difficult, like certain new dungeons, bosses, abyss battles, wherever it is, they're typically incredibly annoying, at least for the first few weeks until everybody's like built up to do that together and figured it out together. But it's already obnoxious a lot of times, so I'm not going to make it worse for myself, and I don't understand that, I guess.